All right.
Crackle and pop.
Welcome to another episode of the Park Hopper Show with Paul and Jenna.
Why are you whispering? You sound like Delilah.
Oh,
You remember her?
yeah. We've got a request coming out to you tonight.
The wind beneath my wings.
I don't know. We're playing it 6 times in a row because that's the kind of music we play on The Quiet Storm. We are talking about cruises, and we've lost Jenna. All right, you want to scoot this way a little bit? All right. So, talking about Disney cruises now.
Disney cruises.
I will say Disney cruises is my favorite thing to do. Every year, Jungle Cruise. I love it. Sometimes there's a long line, but it's always worth it. I don't know how we're going to do a whole podcast about that one, but you're welcome. So I say, they talk about all the food you can eat on there, but they've never offered me anything. Just a lot of jokes, and I don't get. So can you clarify what's going on with Disney cruises?
Yes, Paul. Not Jungle Cruise.
What?
And not the other boat ride I like to talk about. Small World.
Oh, does that count as a boat ride? Yeah. Yeah.
Disney Cruise Line. All right.
Oh, Disney Cruise Line. So close.
So close. Not quite. So we've talked about Disney World. We've talked about Disneyland.
You're living in the past.
In other episodes.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Now, today, we're going to talk about Disney Cruise Line, which is another vacation option Disney has to offer. Are you okay?
I'm fine. You please go ahead.
Sorry, he's looking for something. So, Disney Cruise Line sails all over the world. Mm-hmm. Some people don't realize that.
I did not know.
You can do the Bahamas and the Caribbean.
What about Kansas? I've always wanted to go to Kansas.
You love throwing one at me, don't you?
Yeah. You said all over the world. I say false advertisement.
Not landlocked places.
Oh, well, that makes sense. That makes much more sense.
So, Bahamas, Caribbean, Alaska, Canada.
It's definitely right.
Canada.
America's hat is what she's talking about. Canada.
You can go from San Diego down to Mexico. Oh. There's a transatlantic that's 13 nights long.
Oh, that's far too long. But if that's what you're into, go for it.
And then the ones that really intrigue me are the European ones. Mm-hmm. You can go to Italy and France and Greece and...
Hey, knock, knock.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
Europe.
Europe who?
No, Europe who. That's Addie's favorite joke.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So, yep, European cruise.
So, anyways, Disney Cruise Line goes all over. Mm-hmm. And
water places.
All over water places, yes. Now, when you're going to the Bahamas or the Caribbean, you have the option of booking a cruise that will visit Disney's private island, Castaway Cay. Now, it looks like Castaway Cay, but in the Bahamas, they say Cay, C-A-Y, Castaway Cay.
Just a little tip for you out there, so you don't sound like a rube when you're down on the beach.
You're not going to Castaway Cay, you're going to Castaway Cay.
Castaway Cay, that's how you say it.
So that is their private island in the Bahamas, their private beach in the Bahamas. Mm-hmm. What's nice is Disney Cruise Line, it's like an all-inclusive thing. So you pay up front.
Within reason, correct?
Within reason, yeah. There are a few things you can pay extra for. Alcohol. I think there's like a couple of items on the fine dining menu that maybe not included you could pay extra for. Yes, Paul, he has his hand up.
Can you sneak in a bottle of liquor in a Millennium Falcon Millennium Falcon popcorn bucket? Because I feel like you can sneak in lots of things.
That's going back to our other episode.
Yeah.
But you brought up a good point. You actually can bring so much alcohol on.
Hey, so much.
I forget how much it is. It's
now, when you said so much, like there's a limit. 6
bottles of beers and I think 2 bottles of wine, maybe.
Well, that'll get the job done.
So you can bring those on with you and then purchase more as you go.
You can also hollow out the bottle of wine and fill it up with something stronger. It's no big deal. It's just cork.
Anyways.
So that's fun, though.
So you can get 24-hour room service.
Yeah. Now, let's hear some of these amenities that I was interrupting.
Unlimited ice cream. There's little...
Hang on. Soft serve?
Soft serve machines everywhere.
Let's preface this with saying this was pre-COVID and the magical...
Yeah, obviously Disney Cruise Line has been closed since COVID. They are hoping to start back up this fall. We're really hoping for that.
So tell me more about this ice cream.
They're putting out 2022 itineraries, so they are ready to go. And
I want to know more about this ice cream.
Okay, soft serve.
Did you hit your head between these last two episodes? What's going on? Canada. So, wait a second.
Soft serve ice cream everywhere.
Now, sometimes I get a hold of something and I can't let it go. So you can just, you're at the pool, laying out, and you're like, man, I need to run to the restroom. And you're like, might hit the soft serve ice cream on the way back, and it's just there, ready to go.
After you wash your hands from the restroom.
Of course.
Yes. Yeah, it's just there. So
we didn't wash our hands before. Now you wash your hands, but we're talking pre-COVID.
Soft serve, all of that stuff is just unlimited.
Now, what if no one's looking and can you just put your head underneath? Before, not anymore, because
you and Austin would have a good time. He would love to do that.
Yeah.
He loves soft serve.
Me and Austin and your mom should go on a cruise and then go to Disney World, and we would have the best time.
Now, you bring up a good point, Paul.
About your mom and me and Austin?
But a lot of people do what's called a land and sea package.
Hey.
They will do some nights in Disney World. There's actually a shuttle, a Disney Cruise Line shuttle that can take you from your Disney resort to Port Canaveral.
And then, to Mars? No. The other shuttles at Cape Canaveral go to Mars. So, I'm not being very helpful, but I don't know anything about these cruises. I thought it was a jungle cruise.
Okay, so you can do a few nights at Disney, take your Disney Cruise Line bus, if you will, to Port Canaveral and get on your cruise ship then.
Pretty cool.
What we talked about in another episode too, on your way back, to break up your trip a little bit, you could spend a night or two at Disney's Vero Beach right there on the Atlantic, right by Port Canaveral.
Yep.
And then take, I don't think there's a shuttle from Vero Beach, but you could rent a car and come in. But, so a lot of people do that on their way back from the Disney Cruise Line. I do have a tip of the day.
Hey, you want to sing a song, a fake one? Tip to tip, tip to tip, tip, tip.
Tip of the dut.
Whoa, with an accent too. All right, go ahead.
So when you book a cruise, it is really important to book your flight for the day before.
Okay.
You don't want to fly in and have any risk of not making it to the cruise.
Stop it. And it's going out. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Come back, because they're not coming back.
They're not coming back.
You throw your luggage in and swim to the boat.
So you want to fly in at least the night before and make sure you're good to go, and then take the shuttle. There is a shuttle from the Orlando airport as well as from the Disney hotels.
And again, not a space shuttle.
Not a space shuttle.
Ugh.
No, a bus.
So,
and they're cute buses. Have you seen them when you're in Disney World? They have the ship windows with the characters peeking out.
No.
Oh, they're so cute.
Well, I have a question. When we were discussing this pre-show, you said they have Broadway shows and fun things like that to do. What are some of the other things besides free ice cream that you can do on?
So at night, you have dinner and a show every night if you want. And you can choose to do your dinner first in the show or vice versa. And sometimes the show might be like an open mic night.
Oh, boy.
Or sometimes it might be like karaoke.
Oh, boy.
Sometimes it might be a game show. It might be Family Feud you can sign up to be a part of. But other nights they have literally like a Broadway show.
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast, or I think they've had Frozen.
Rent. No.
Probably not Rent.
Probably just Disney ones, Disney-based ones.
Probably just Disney.
That's fair. It seems like it would be odd to, like Hamilton. Well, I guess Hamilton's a Disney one now.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can do that at night. They also have a movie theater, and so if there's a new release movie, they'll play it like maybe a little before it comes out in the theaters.
Disney movies.
Disney movies.
Raya and the New Dragon or whatever. The Lost Dragon. Raya.
Raya.
Sure. I don't know. I'm not saying.
You can do that. They have kids clubs and teen clubs, which kids actually really like. It's not like just drop them off to the daycare. Some kids prefer to go there.
Well, I was going to ask, so cruises in general are usually, they're fun and they're family, but say you've been at Disney World for 4 days, you've been out, you've been having just the time of your life with your kids, but you're just, and you're out there on the ocean and you're looking out there at that water and you're like, I could just shove them off the side. And I won't have to worry about it anymore. There's somewhere you can take them instead, right?
There's a better option than that.
Well, we'll see. But yes, there's another option. And what is that?
So yes, it's they have. I was trying to think of the actual name of it, but they have teen clubs, and then they have kid clubs, and then they have like the baby
club,
Cub Club or something.
Cub Club. That doesn't sound right.
I don't know. So those are places where you can, have some adult time to yourself and with your spouse. So you can go to the pool, you can get a massage, you can do all kinds of things there on the ship. There are several types of rooms too.
Oh.
You have an inside room, which is going to be your frugal. Your most frugal room.
Thank you.
Not cheap, but your frugal room.
They've not maybe seen the last episode and they think I'm being called out, but that sounds good to me.
Paul prefers to be called frugal.
I don't like a window.
Cheap.
I like the darkness.
So inside, yes, you don't have any windows. Then you have an ocean view room, which gives you a window. And then you have a veranda room, which gives you like a patio deck.
Well, that's very fancy. I like the sound of that too.
Yeah. I think whenever we go, I would have to do it. I think I would feel claustrophobic if I didn't have a way to be outside.
Like you're on a submarine.
Yes. I don't want to be on a submarine.
I don't want to be on a submarine either.
But that's just me. There's also different parts of the ship. If you are prone to motion sickness, they say the center of the ship and then like halfway up is the best place to be. You're going to feel the least amount of motion. If you want a better view on your veranda, you want a big veranda with like nothing blocking you, then you want to be in the front or the back of the ship. And then it's like Titanic.
I was going to say, can you?
I'm just spitting. I just want you to act it out with me. Come on.
I don't think so.
What's the song?
Hard.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to get a copyright strike on that.
You could have a veranda room in front of the ship and act out Titanic.
I'm pretty sure there's a sign that says no Titanic, no Lion King, no Titanic.
I
wonder how people get dropped off the front of boats on accident after that movie came out, because I feel like it's more than one.
They just had to try it.
They were like, just do
Jack!
it. Swoosh. Yikes.
24-hour room service.
Hey!
I love that. You have several pools. You have the water slides. The aqueduct is the tube slide that goes all around the top of the ship.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so it actually, on the video, if you
just
watch
laughing at the ocean.
It kind of looks like you're like going off the ship.
Oh, well, I don't like that. I'll take it back. That sounds fun. Just
and
screw
then,
loose and you're just
like we mentioned, oh goodness, Castaway Cay. What's nice about that, if that's one of your ports of call on your trip, is when you're there, that food's included too.
Hey. So
when you stop at other ports, obviously you're going to have to pay when you walk off and eat and stuff like that. But at Castaway, that food's all included. And excursions. That's another big deal with cruises. When you get to these ports, you can stay on the ship, which some people do because other people are getting off the ship. So that's a good time to go to the pool without a crowd and all of that.
Go through their things.
But if you want to get out and explore the town you're in, you can book an excursion. Now, Paul, do you know why you want to book your excursion through Disney and not an outside company?
So you don't get mugged?
That's the reason.
I don't know. You put me on the spot. That's all I can say. We've never been on a cruise because I have certain thoughts about cruises.
Well, I have to say,
a Disney cruise sounds like fun.
Either.
Yeah.
I don't like.
What's the answer?
I need to do it.
Was I right about getting mugged?
No. But I have not done a cruise yet because I am afraid I'm going to get seasick.
Oh.
But I just got to bite the bullet. And
you know what? Here's the thing. My wife gets seasick watching movies that are too shaky, but she's always wanted to go on a cruise. I think she's out of her mind.
Well, you can wear the ear patch. And that's supposed to help. But then you have blurred vision, so I don't know.
It sounds like a lovely time. And we're supposed to be telling people how great a cruise is.
Okay, so why do you book your excursion through the Disney
Please tell me.
company? Because if your excursion is running late, the ship will wait for you.
Oh, that's funny. Again, just running every stop, you're chasing the boat back down. That does sound terrible.
But if you're with an outside company and your excursion is running over, you're done. They're not going to wait.
Man, hope you got your passport because you're stuck
That's a good point.
in wherever. Kansas.
Passports. Now, if you're going to the Bahamas or the Caribbean, technically you don't need a passport if you're on the cruise ship unless something happens and you have to fly home. If you have to fly home, you won't be able to without your passport.
Well, you just a whole village of people that got stuck out of America that have just set up shop down there. And they're like, well, I guess we're here now.
Yeah.
Till the next boat comes by.
So some people ask if they've got to get their kids' passports and all that stuff. But if you're fine being, that's just kind of a risk you have to take.
You want to get a bunch of rocks and write help. And then you put it so when a plane flies
with
over.
a flame.
You're going to catch your rocks on fire.
Oh, but you got to get the smoke in the air.
Okay, well, I think we're thinking of different things.
Anyways, so...
Well, that took a real turn. A cruise sounds super fun, but now you really want to do a Disney excursion as well. Now, is that an extra price, the excursion?
It is, yes, it does cost extra.
Okay.
But, I mean, especially when you go to Europe, you don't want to stay on the ship. You want to get out and see the things. And
show me the things! Where are they?
Where are the things? I paid to see the things. So, or Alaska, that's on my list.
You don't need your passport for Alaska either.
Really want to do an Alaskan cruise.
Yeah.
They look amazing. Go whale watching. And
you can see Russia from Alaska. That's what I heard.
Well, that too, but I don't know.
And then you can. Alaska does sound cool because you think tropical cruise.
Right.
But
well, and that's always been Austin's holdup.
Yeah.
He's like, if I'm on a cruise, I want to be, drinking a margarita by the pool.
Yeah, he's got his oxy, there's stuff on his nose, his white nose. Another drink.
Oh, we did cruise videos. Remember, I had some on my nose.
Poor children were outside in the cold in their swimsuits.
So on my YouTube channel, you can look at our cruise videos.
Much the same YouTube channel you're probably watching this video if you're watching it.
That's right.
Hey.
Jenna Visit Mickey. Visit Mickey with Jenna.
One of those things. Type all those in.
Yeah, you'll find me.
It's not Jenna from. There's another Jenna.
There is another Jenna with Disney.
And she has a super popular YouTube channel, way better than this one.
Thank you, Paul.
It's not better. It's more popular though, because that's all she does.
Yeah. So
didn't know her
not
name was
that
Jenna.
This Jenna, and this Paul. She doesn't have a Paul.
No, who does?
So, any other questions about Disney Cruise Line?
No, but hey, I did happen to sit down with a friend of mine.
Oh, exciting.
We have a guest on the show, and here is...
Our first guest!
You want to sing Be Our Guest?
Be.
All right, so I'm here with my good friend. Wow. And there's dancing going on in the background by some children.
It's already
Holly
festive.
Joi Rigsby of hollyjoirigsby.com. Thank you for being here with me. And we're talking about...
Thank you for inviting me.
We were looking for someone who has been on a fantastic Disney cruise.
Oh,
and I said, I bet Holly's been on a cruise. And it's been a while. But she's got some notes.
I'll see if I can remember.
So, what did you do on your cruise?
Wow, that's a really general question.
Well, that's why I'm these notes.
That's why we have these notes. That's right. All right, so... To give some context, we went on the Disney Dream in 2014.
Okay.
And we actually went with our family friends, the Raimis. So it was us and them and the kiddos. So it was just a great family getaway. We spent 4 days, 3 nights on the cruise ship, which I don't think is long enough.
Yeah.
Because I think part of the magical part of it was being out at sea. So just being on the water and walking out onto the deck from your room or walking around the cruise ship. I just felt like I wanted some more time to just kind of sit back in a chair and kind of just look at the view. But Disney Cruise just, you think, if you've been to Disney parks, you know how they go above and beyond to just really make you feel a part of the experience, like you are in those worlds. The cruise ship does the exact same thing, so there's always something to do, always something going on. They take such good care of you. Because I know that Alex was at the age where he could go.
This is your son?
Yeah, Alex is my youngest. So he would go into, they have like the play areas for the kiddos to go be entertained, and they take such good care of them in there. I think Alex and Tyler both did that. So then the adults could go do their thing, and we knew the kiddos were well taken care of, while we could enjoy ourselves. Yeah, right? Which, one of the cool things that they did that we were really impressed with were the evening shows. Mm-hmm. Like, they put on some fantastic shows.
Well, I was going to ask, we talked about, they have, not Broadway shows, but like big theater events.
Yes.
So you went to some of those?
Yes.
What did?
But I don't remember what they were called.
Because you know what? Because your mind was so blown, it didn't even.
Yes. All I know is, like, I was just like wowed. Because I've been to Broadway musicals before, so it was comparable. Right. So very enjoyable.
Now, they have some of them. Jenna told me they do stand-up and do things like that. Did you go to any of the...
We did not do any stand-up.
Well, no, you didn't do stand-up.
No, I didn't do it.
Because that would be great.
But, yeah. But that sounds like something we need to go back and do.
Yeah.
We do need to redo this cruise, though, I will say, because we did go to Castaway Cay, and that was a really neat experience. They had all these great activities that you could do on the island, but unfortunately, my oldest got a little seasick. So he spent his day... the entire day laying in a hammock. So I told him that we just need to do a redo, because I know he would enjoy that. But they have, like, whatever all the water sports are. I didn't get to partake in all of them because I was making sure I was keeping a watchful eye over my child. But I didn't mind just sitting there in the sun underneath the palm trees on the beach while everybody else was, putting on their goggles and snorkeling, or what do you do out up there in the water? You ride on
drill a hole in the
like the wave runners, or I don't know. Whatever water sports.
Yeah, like
something like
jet
that.
Skis.
Yeah. But they definitely had a lot of different things that you could do on the island as well.
Well, so my child got sick at a Disney park. It sounds like a much better place to be sick, where you just lay on a hammock and you're like, oh, I'm sick, but I'm in paradise.
Yes, you're in paradise.
Oh,
yes.
That's super fun. And then, did you go anywhere else?
We did go to the Bahamas and Atlantis.
Oh.
And that was, their water park there, just incredible. And the aquarium, very impressive. It was a little cool. So once again, we got to go back so it's warm enough to just kind of really be out there and be like in the But it just felt so, like, the exotic part of it, knowing that we're in the Bahamas and being able to enjoy that.
Did you get some beads in your hair?
I did not get any beads in my hair.
That's too bad.
But the water parks, the water slides, the water park there was just, we didn't even see the kids.
Oh.
They just immersed themselves in the water park.
Literally and figuratively.
Yes, literally.
Oh, yes.
Literally.
Now, when it goes back, they're going to have some restrictions, of course, but... buffet? Did you hit up the?
There was not. I don't remember buffet, but I remember the most incredible dinners, and what was really cool, like the customer service there. It's like next level service. Like if you think about going to a 5-star restaurant and how well they take care of you, it was better than that.
Oh.
Because they actually assign you. I don't know what they call it, but that person that they assign you for your first dinner, they're with you the entire cruise. Oh. So they really go above and beyond to get to know each one of the family members. They know your background. They call you by your first name, whatever you want. So if you have special requests or needs, they are there to make sure that this is 100% and then some enjoyable.
So if I said, I need you to talk in a bad French accent, like you're from Beauty and the Beast, do they have to do it?
They would do it.
Oh, that's great. Well... also, on the tropical scene of it, you've also been to Disney. How do you say the Hawaiian name of it?
Aulani, Oahu.
Oh,
yes.
Aulani. See, I have a hard time. I look at all those vowels. I'm like, I don't know where the U goes.
I believe it's Oahu.
Is there another? Look at all these notes of things to talk about today.
Now, I'll tell you that we went there in 2018, and to this day, when we play the question game, our children will say that this was the best vacation of their lives.
Oh, nice.
And when can we go back?
And what is your answer when they play the question game?
As soon as we can. Oh. Or my question, yes.
Yeah.
My question, yes. Best vacation ever.
Okay.
The most memorable, and once again, we went with our family, the Raimis. Okay. So it was the two families together being able to experience all of Hawaii and Aulani and what they had to offer. This time around, 12 days.
Oh.
Totally made sure that because it takes how long on a plane to get there?
We discuss this later in the thing.
Okay.
That's a long...
it's a long flight.
It's a long trip.
But you know where you're going, and you know it's worth it. And because of that, you know you're going to have a couple days to kind of recover. Then you have time to just relax and enjoy yourself. The way that it's set up on the island is that it's away from all the busyness of the major cities. It's just out on its own. But it's still close enough. We went to Pearl Harbor. We were able to go over to the Dole Plantation and, of course, get some nice fresh Dole Whip. We zip-lined, and my gosh, the views in zip-lining, my gosh, incredible. Incredible. We also hiked Diamond Head.
Oh, I've done that. That's super cool.
Yes? Yeah. Oh, wow. Just everywhere. Every single day that we woke up, we're like, everywhere you looked, it was beyond gorgeous. It's like a pinch me, I can't believe I'm here. Oh. There was never a day where we walked around, took in the sights, and thought, meh. It was always wow.
Well, so it's important that she said it's away from the big cities, because people think of Hawaii and they think of, we're on the beach and there's hula dancing and surfing and all that. But people live there, and it is a big city, especially Honolulu, where that is. And
Honolulu, yeah.
There's a lot going on there. So you can go there and have a good time on the beach, but there's cars honking and there's traffic but you're in Hawaii, so you're like, I'll take it. But it is nice that it's secluded from that. It's like Disney World, I guess, where you're in the middle of Florida, which, mileage may vary on what you think about the different parts of Florida, but you're like, hey, I'm in this middle part. That's almost like a whole different place.
It is. You definitely feel like you're just once again, they take incredibly good care of you. We did a luau, which I just want to go back.
Well, so the tip that I've heard is to break up the flight, you go to California and go to Disneyland for a couple of days.
Oh, yeah.
Then hit Hawaii, take a break, and then you fly home. And it's like, make a Disney day of it, or trip of it.
Yep. So thanks for the tip on how we're going to do the next time to Hawaii. Well, Patrick will be very excited.
They'll hear later. I got to go to Hawaii in college, and we went Louisville, Atlanta, Honolulu.
Oh, wow.
So we went that way and then that way, and we're like, well, this is the bad routing. So no breakup to the trip, just 14 hours, 16 hours in a plane, and they were like, we'll make up 30 minutes in the air, and I'm like, it's a day.
Yeah.
And it's not comfy. Yeah. So, well, thank you so much for being with me, helping out, telling about boots on the ground in these tropical vacations. So you would say, you're going to Disney next week.
Yeah, we're heading out.
But not Hawaii.
Not Hawaii, but it's on the wish list. We've already talked with our family friends too and said that we're looking at 2022.
It's next year. That's very exciting.
I know. So next year we'll be back.
Yeah, hit Disneyland.
I think we're going to weave Disneyland in now that you've mentioned it.
It seems like the best way to go, because you get a little bit of shake it off, and by next year it should all be fine, right?
Yeah.
There are no problems next year. 2022. Yep.
We'll have our freedoms back.
Yeah. Whoa, hot take. I like that. On the way out the door. All right. Thanks, Holly. Wow. Powerful stuff. What a great interview, Paul.
Thanks, Holly.
So, thanks for coming on the show. And she mentioned also, along with cruises, another Disney fun activity you can do other than the parks is Hawaii.
Woo! Aulani.
Sure.
Yeah. So Disney does have a resort in Aulani.
Spell it.
A-U-L.
Is that right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, because I always want to say A-L-A-U. But it's not Aulani. It doesn't matter.
It's Owl.
Aulani.
Aulani. My parents have been there.
Oh.
And they actually did, and this will be another episode, they did an adventure by Disney, which is another way to vacation with Disney, and amazing vacations. They did one in California and then went to Aulani. And they didn't feel the need to leave and go to other islands. They were perfectly happy where they were. It is in Oahu, which is in Honolulu Island. So you fly to Honolulu, and it's on our spring break list. We're hoping to go for spring break next year. But
I've been to Hawaii, not to Aulani though.
You've been to Hawaii?
It's very nice. Yes.
When did you go?
When I was in college. Yeah.
College kids going to Hawaii.
My parents.
I don't remember that. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was like, I wasn't invited on that trip.
She wasn't. It's true. She was not invited.
So,
I asked my parents, and they said, no.
Ooh. Aulani has
I'll talk more about my Hawaiian trip.
a snorkel pool.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like a swimming pool with.
Like with live things in it, and
That's
you can
weird.
snorkel in there and
Yeah.
see them. They also have a fence in the ocean, which I love. So the
Give me a
sharkies can't
fence.
come in.
The sharkies. The guests are friends, not food, is what they should say.
They have their own luau.
Are the sharks always hitting that fence, like testing it? We're gonna find the hole. Don't get too close. I do like. That's a great idea. The fence in the ocean. It sounds.
I love that.
What a weird, like modern way to have a convenient beach vacation, but that's so funny. That's a great idea.
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like Vero Beach did too.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it.
Keep
But
them out.
Anyways, it's my parents when they went. They also went to the Dole
Is that you? Okay, no, it's the table. Sorry.
Plantation
Oh, that's weird.
and had a Dole Whip. I think we
Fresh
talked about
from the field.
Dole Whip in every episode.
Don't like it still. Was your mom like, put a little rum in it? It's fine." Right out in the field. It's no big deal.
So anyways, yeah. Aulani, they have several different rooms too. They have your standard hotel rooms, but they also have the villas that we talked about in another episode. But a villa is where you have a couple bedrooms, a living room, a kitchen, a laundry room.
Ooh, you can do your. Well, you know what? If you're taking a trip this long, that might be fair.
Yeah, I know. So our goal, we'll see, for spring break is to do Aulani, and on the way home hit up Disneyland to break up the jet lag a little bit.
I was going to say, I think a good tip would be break it up one way or the other, because from the trip that we took to Hawaii, we took the infamous Louisville to Atlanta to Honolulu flight, and holy smokes,
How long was it?
15, 16 hours. But it's not like when you're driving to Florida and you're stopping at gas stations and Cracker Barrel.
You're
You're just like, I'm in the plane, and we watched like 4 movies, 5 movies. It just went on. And then you get there and you're like, oh, it's 3 or 4 hours earlier. All right. Wonderful.
I'm exhausted.
What are we doing? Ugh. Yeah, if you can go, I mean, what a great Disney trip to go to Disneyland than to Hawaii.
Stop there on the way back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we'll try to fly out there and then down and then fly back to LA and then spend a couple nights there. We'll see.
Yep.
But you definitely want a couple weeks. You don't want to be there a couple weeks, but
Oh, I do. That sounds nice.
you need some time to recover when you get home, especially where we are in Kentucky. There is quite a bit of jet lag there.
That's the one thing when you're that far away, and then you're relaxed and you get back and you're like, oh, it's night.
And you know what?
Please tell me. What's up?
It's the only place you can see Moana, as of right now. She would come around in the Halloween party, and somebody said she was in the cavalcade earlier this month in Disney World. But as far as like meeting her,
About Maui. Is he there?
I don't know.
Maui's that was the real star of that show.
But there are characters at Aulani, so
Yeah.
Mickey and Minnie are there.
Lilo
and
and Stitch aren't there, are they?
Probably.
Ugh. I'll stay here. I'll stay in Kansas.
Kansas.
Ruining my Hawaiian vacation.
So, anyways, yeah, I'm glad Holly mentioned her Aulani.
Yeah, it was good of me to bring that up. In that excellent interview that I did earlier.
So you have, that's right, you have, to recap, Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, Aulani, and
Shanghai Disney.
next
Hong Kong
episode will be
Disney.
about Adventures by Disney, which is
You think so?
an amazing opportunity
Yeah.
that most people don't know about.
You think you've seen the world, but now see the world.
That's right. We've done that before.
Wow, put some italics on that.
And it's supposed to
World.
be traveled the way Walt traveled.
Yep.
They're pretty fun.
Now, this will probably be when we talk about that. What kind of restrictions do we have travel in the world right now?
I don't know.
Feel
I mean, right now,
like 80% of the world we just said we're not supposed to see.
yeah. But they do have Adventures by Disney in the U.S. too. They
Hawaii's in
Wyoming.
America.
That's right. They have a
you can't sail in Wyoming.
Grand Canyon and Utah trip.
You wanted to say the Grand Canyon, like it was a hotel.
No, I was going to say the Grand Floridian.
No, the Grand Canyon. It's the hotel in the Grand Canyon.
Anyways, very VIP trip. Yeah. So there we go. Aulani Disney Cruise Line. Yeah. Great options for, especially family trips. We've talked about that in another episode, but Disney Cruise Line and Aulani are great trips to go on with grandparents and cousins and friends and really enjoy. You can do your own itineraries. You can do your kind of relax and do your own thing and not be, bound to a park itinerary, but explore some other things as well.
Yeah. I think we might even put the other video at the end of this video of your kids out in the yard freezing. And you just in here sipping whatever you were sipping.
I like the one of me in the chair with the zinc on my nose.
Yeah, those were good times.
Yep.
All right. Too. Well, hey, good episode. And, I mean, as long as I don't get tossed into a volcano or anything, I think it sounds like a fun time to go down.
And we need to
you
mention
can do it. You can talk.
The new ship, the Disney Wish.
Oh.
We don't know a lot about it yet. But by the time this episode comes out, we will, because they are releasing a public YouTube video. They did release.
This is in the future and the past.
It's hard to say. As of today, they have not released the video. But when you hear this episode or see this episode, the video will be released. And we'll have a link to that as well. But a new ship, the Disney Wish. It looks beautiful. That's all.
Okay.
Sail away. See ya real soon. Like the sea.
Yeah, I got it. All right. I got nothing for that. All right, I'll see you later.
You want to have some real fun in the sun? Disney Cruise Line offers cruises to the Bahamas, the Caribbean, Bermuda, and many, many warm places around the world. For more information, contact me by clicking the link in the description. Some real fun in the sun? Disney Cruise Line offers cruises to the Bahamas, the Caribbean, Bermuda, and many, many warm places around the world. For more information, contact me by clicking the link in the description.